Hi everybody, happy Friday. It's Ann Varillo here with StampWithAnn.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Auburn, New York. I hope you guys are having a great day, and yay, it's Friday, TGIF, I love Friday. Anyways, so today we're doing something a little bit different. Usually I only do one card on Fridays. Actually, I do them Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I do a live both on YouTube and Facebook. But since I got a little backed up this week, I did my live Wednesday and I shared with you the first card in my weekly Card Class Kit to Go series. And so today we're going to do cards 2 and 3. Now don't worry, they're pretty simple cards. I'm using the Iconic Imagery Bundle this week for 3 more great Christmas cards. So we still have a little bit of time. I will ship the kits out, so if you're not familiar, the kits include enough supplies to make 6 cards, so it's 2 of each design. I include everything in there except for the stamping. I can't do the stamping per Stampin' Up's policy. But if I do use something that's not in the bundle for like die cutting or embossing, I include that already ready to go for you. Plus the designer series paper that I use and the cardstock, your envelopes, etc. So to get your Card Class Kit for free, simply make a purchase in my online store for $40, excluding tax and shipping, and you're in. I'll ship the kits out next Tuesday, so you get them in plenty of time for preparing all of your Christmas cards. So, anyways, there was another thing I was going to say. Oh yeah, that's right. If you're watching on YouTube, please give me a thumbs up and a like. And if you aren't subscribed yet to my YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the little bell to get notifications of when I go live. And also, if you're watching on Facebook, make sure to follow my Facebook page and give me a comment, a like, etc., because I love to go back and read all the comments. So let's see, it's 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. Oh, it's 8 o'clock somewhere on the West Coast. It's 8 o'clock. But it's 11 o'clock, and I usually always go live Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 11. So let's get started. I will pop us down to my craft table here, if I can get it. There we go. All right, there we go. All right, let me just share real quick. Here's the Iconic Imagery Bundle with the Iconic Imagery dies. So I love this set for a couple different reasons. You can use it for multiple seasons, basically. It's good for Christmas, Thanksgiving, fall. We've got the fall leaves. Here's Christmas trees. And one thing that I really love about it, you can use this for birthdays. So it's got the birthday candles. I think you can even get away with it for Valentine's Day. So I really do love this set. I did do some crafting with it in June. I featured some cards in one of my, I think it was the second week of June, on my blog. So you can pop over there to get it. And by the way, if you're not subscribed to my email list, make sure you go down below. There's a link to subscribe to my email newsletter. And right now I am sending out the 12 days of Christmas projects, free PDF tutorials. So you'll be able to take advantage of that. And then here's the dies. I love the dies. The dies work well with the sentiment, the big sentiments here, and these little, the little tags here are perfect for that. And then of course it's got everything to die cut the images out. And this little tree actually does die cut out the Iconic Celebrations Designer Series paper. There's some tree DSP in there that will cut out. So all in all, a great set. I do like it. It's very versatile. So let's pop this back over here. So if you're watching the replay, make sure you let me know where you're watching from. I always like to see where everybody's watching from. So let's talk about the cards that we did for this week. So this was the card we did on Wednesday. Really simple. I said, I did put it on my blog, who I cased this from. And at the moment, the name is escaping me. But this was really cute. I changed it up with some non-traditional Christmas colors, Pretty in Pink and Shy Shamrock. And I used the 2024-2026 glitter paper for this with the alphabet a la mode dies. So I will actually be die cutting this for you for the cards, for the card kits. Okay, so these are the two cards we're going to make today. Celebrate Joy. So I used some of the Iconic Designer Series paper for this. I embossed this with the Snowflake Sky embossing folder. And then on the inside, I did use the sentiment from the Reindeer Fun, I think it was Reindeer Fun stamp set. Now, if you have other Christmas sentiments, feel free to use whatever you have in your stash. And then I just highlighted some of the Designer Series paper here on the side. So we're going to make that first. And then we're going to follow up with the last card here. And this one I did case. Isn't it pretty? I cased it from Dawn, and I can't say her last name. I will mess it up. But it's her, she's at D-O, I think it's Stamping with Dawn. So you can find her you can find her blog. But I thought this was real cute. I used the plaid designer or embossing folder, some of the same tags in there, and then I did incorporate like she did the perennial postage stamp dies. Perennial postage dies actually. So I thought that was real cute. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to do this one first. Put my cards over here so I don't get confused. So in your kit, you're going to get everything you need, already cut, scored. Let's see, let's make sure I got everything. Okay, I've got the tags. We're going to do some stamping. Here's the Designer Series paper. Here's the other little tag. Here's the inside panel right here. So we'll put this over here. And then here's the embossed Snowflake Sky 3D embossing folder. I really love that. I've used that a lot so far this prepping all my Christmas cards. Okay, so we're just going to use our bone folder and burnish this fold real good. Now this is Misty Moonlight cardstock, and we've got basic white here that I embossed already. So you'll get the embossed folder with your kit, because obviously that's not part of the bundle. So let's just, nope, we're not going to adhere that yet. Look at me, I almost blew it because I've tied a ribbon here. So I'll show you how we did that. So now we can, let's put this, adhere the Iconic Celebrations Designer Series paper. And there's lots of different patterns in the Iconic Celebrations Designer Series paper. So you could make this card with just different patterns as well if you liked. So we'll adhere this to here, to the basic white embossed panel, just like so. I'm gonna make sure I get that a little straight. There we go. And then I'm going to just wrap around the, ooh, I don't know if I got enough glue on that. Let's see. No, it doesn't look like it. I'm gonna add a little bit more glue. I wanna make sure this adheres well to the base here. Sometimes you have to do that when you're putting Designer Series paper on an embossed panel. Now you can, if you'd like, use your Stampin' seal. But if you've watched my videos, you guys know I'm a glue girl. I'm a green glue girl. So we'll put that aside. So all I've done here is I'm going to just wrap some of this around the front. I'll snip a little bit off. And I'm going to adhere it to the back of this with some Scotch tape. So let me pick this up. Make sure I've got it good. So, now this is linen thread, this natural tones. It's a linen thread, so it's a little bit more curly. And I just need a little bit of Scotch tape just to adhere it down here. And I thought this designer series paper went well with the embossed panel because it's snowflakes. So that really kind of inspired me. There we go. So we've got that down. So now what we're going to do, I'm going to put this aside right here. We are going to stamp our sentiment and the stars in Misty Moonlight ink. So real simple. And I love this big Celebrate sentiment. I just like to make sure I get it inked good. So we'll go ahead and center that. There we go. Make sure we clean off our stamp. And then we're going to stamp the stars, and I have one. Let me just get that. I really love the Misty Moonlight. I think it's just, now these are more traditional colors in my opinion for Christmas cards. That blue. Now I don't need to stamp another one because, oh, this is getting hard to close. Because I had an extra one here. So we're gonna use that. But we just need to die cut the star out. So I'll bring my boho blue mini cut and emboss machine. So we'll leave that up there, put that up there. Okay, so all I need to do is I'm gonna stick a little bit of Post-it notes tape on here so that I can make sure this doesn't move around on me. And I just use this thin Post-it note tape. So we'll just go ahead and make sure I get it on there good. Let's see. Yeah, it looks pretty good. And I'll put it on the sandwich here. So now, do you guys send out Christmas cards? And if you do, how many do you usually send out? Because I send out probably about between 80 and 90. Now here's this. Here's the other little star. Let's get this off of here. There we go. So we've got our 2 stars. Don't need this anymore. So put this back over here. And now we're going to stamp Joy. I've already got it on a block. Bring these down so you can see these a little better. With Versamark ink. And I'm going to use, this is our, I forget what it is. It's in our catalog. It's the Emboss Buddy kind of kit that comes with a brush, the tweezers. This prevents the the embossing powder to sticking to your background. So it really helps, I think, especially if you're using dark cardstock. So we're just going to stamp this in the Versamark ink, and it's the Joy. Uh-oh. Okay, we got it. Just going to stamp it right there in the center. Perfect. Can't see it real good, but it's there. And then I'm going to use my tweezers because we're going to heat emboss this. And I'm using the Wow White embossing powder. Oh, look. We're probably going to have to do this over. Maybe I can. Do you see how the ink got into the center of the Joy? So we are going to use, see if I can fix this. Oops. Let's see if I can just get a little bit more on that. So I got most of it off. We're going to go with that. I just want to put a little bit more right here. Oops. Well, that didn't work. Let's try this. Yeah, you just want to be careful when you're stamping. There. Okay. I'm going with it, folks. So let's make sure we get this out of the way before we turn our heat tool on. You don't want all this powder going everywhere. An alternative to using this little tray is just to put your embossing powder in a small Rubbermaid container, and then you can just keep it in there and use it when you need to and just put it right back in. Okay, so we're going to emboss this. All right. So you can tell the difference. There was not as much ink on this one. There's a little bit more ink on here. So it's a little bit heavier. But for this purposes, it's okay. We're going to go with it. Okay, so let's adhere the sentiment. We're going to use our Stampin' Dimensionals. And I'm going to place them one on the top, one on the bottom, because I don't want my Stampin' Dimensionals to get caught up in my, my linen thread here. Just take these backings off. Oops. So let's put this on. Just like so. And then we're going to adhere our stars. Now I'm going to show you something else here. Let's see. I'm going to use the mini dimensionals. So I just want one up here. Because I'm going to place that right up here. If you put it down here, it's going to be uneven. And let's get our other little star. So again, I'm going to place the dimensional down here on the bottom of this. These are a little tiny today. Well, they're always tiny, but. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and place this. You know I'm going to redo this, don't you? I'm gonna. But for right now, I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna put one little Stampin' dimensional on the bottom. Oops. Right here. And that's that one. So now what we're gonna do here is I pop this up on dimensionals. So I'll use the larger dimensionals, the regular size. I always put one in the middle, especially if you're working with the larger panel here. You want some support across here. Ah. And the whole purpose is just trying to make these cards kind of as simple, easy as possible. Because if you're creating a lot of cards, you want something that's replicatable, like on an assembly line that you could do quickly. So that's the outside. Now let's stamp our inside. So I did use the sentiment from Reindeer Fun stamp set. Use whatever you have on hand. I used the Merry Christmas. So we'll go ahead and use that one. Again, I'm just keeping it all in the same color family with the Misty Moonlight, so we don't have a lot going on in terms of different colored inks. And I'm going to offset this because I've used a wider strip. So this sentiment, I would have preferred be offset a little bit more, just to give it a little bit better aesthetic. So I'm going to pop it over more to the side. We'll use our Misty Moonlight. I'll make sure I got enough ink on there. There. See, do you see the difference that makes? I think that makes a big difference in the kind of the aesthetics of it. I could have even gotten a little bit closer, but that's okay. Better put this away before I get ink all over everything. Clean off this. And now all that I need to do is put the designer series paper. So this is 1 inch. I don't normally do 1 inch when I use my designer series paper on the inside. I usually do like 1/2 inch, sometimes 3/4 of an inch. But since these are snowflakes and they were bigger, I wanted it to show more. So I did 1 inch. So we're just going to place this right here. And it looks like I'm going to have to cut off a little bit of the bottom. Where are my scissors? Here they are. I will just snip that off. Oops. There we go. Move that aside. And we're going to just place that right here. I'm going to adhere it with some glue. We can't forget to do our little bling on the front though, so I haven't forgot that. Place that right down. Okay. Now I need to tie a little double bow. No, actually I did a single bow. That's good. Oh, that's going to be way too big. Let's tighten that up a little bit. And we'll snip that off. I think the natural, oops, this linen thread, the natural linen, is out of stock right now, but I think it's coming back next week. Let me get a little mini glue dot. Get all our stuff out of the way here, so we're not overwhelmed. Okay, so I'm just gonna put a little mini glue dot on here. Oops, I got it. Just gonna place it right there. And then we will add, let's see, I added these adhesive backed sparkle gems. So I did it with the silver, I think they're, black, champagne, and white. I guess these are white, because that would be champagne. So let's add a couple of those. And then, oops, oh dear. And we'll add one more down here. And there you have it. That is the second card. So cute, right? Celebrate joy, Merry Christmas. So perfect for the holidays. Hello, Laura. You love the snowflakes? Real and crafting, yes. I love it. And I love that designer series paper and Misty Moonlight. So that's our second card. Now let's get to doing our third card. Where did I put the third card? Well, I have all the stuff here. What did I do with it? Let me see. Let me see. Oh, it's over here. There we go. Got to have that out so I know what I'm doing. Okay, so here's your kit. Everything's included. We're just gonna burnish this score line. Now this is balmy blue cardstock. So I've used the balmy blue, and I think it's a little lighter, brighter than my Misty Moonlight, but I still think it's traditional colors. So we've got our, uh-oh. Where's my third? Did it get stuck in here? Nope. Oh, here it is, right here. It's my third perennial postage dies. And then we're using the same tag here. And this is for the inside. So let's go ahead and adhere our plaid panel. This is an embossed basic white cardstock. We're just going to adhere that to the base. Now in my kits, I do include a PDF tutorial. So, oh, I think we need more glue on here. So you'll get that. So you'll have all the measurements and all the product that was used. So I sent that along with the kits. Let's make sure I've got it right here. Okay. Perfect. Put that aside. Now we're going to do our same thing with our Celebrate. Again, I'm using Misty Moonlight for my ink, trying to keep it simple. But I did incorporate a couple different colors here. So. I like to make sure I get enough ink. Doot, 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 doot. There we go. Now, if you do by chance take a look at Dawn's blog and see how she did this card, she actually used ribbon, or not ribbon. I think she used the Natural Tones linen thread, but I decided I just wanted to add a piece of, this is Night of Navy, and I used the Happy Labels tag or punch to add just a bit of dimension underneath here. So we're going to go ahead and glue that. And I'm just going to put it here. It's just a little bit of glue. Okay. We'll turn it over, make sure we've got it on there good. That looks pretty darn good. All right, so we've got that ready to go. Now we're going to stamp our sentiment, the season, and I need that from the stamp set here. Here we go. Again, I'm keeping it the same, using the same Misty Moonlight. Oop, that doesn't look straight. Let's make sure that we get that straight. Looks pretty good. There we go. So now we're going to do a little bit of Stampin' Off for these, because I'm going to use the same ink, but just stamping off once. And guess what? I've missed my, well, we can use this because I'm going to do the snowflake. Let me see. What do I have here? I got to get my, I've got to get my little pad so I can stamp off once. Okay, let's do the snowflake. Misty Moonlight. Okay. And now, I don't know what you guys think. You'll have to tell me what you think, but this stamp, I think it's confetti. But when I looked at Dawn's card, she actually used it with the snowflake. So, which kind of makes a little sense. So I'm going to do it. Let's see. I just kind of want to get it so that, let's go with it like this. You can see right here how I did that. And we'll just try it. Oops. That is Misty Moonlight, and that is not what we want for this. We want Balmy Blue. Good thing I caught myself on that one, right? So let's get this. And now we'll see where we're going to go with it. Yep. I mean, if you think about it, it does add a little bit to the snowflake, right? I still think it's confetti. So feel free to chime in and let me know what you guys think. All right, so that's good. And now we're going to do our leaves, or hollyberry, I guess, and our tree. So let's put this aside. We'll bring in our cherry cobbler and mossy meadow. So let's do our Christmas tree first. Oops. Oh, I can't pick up anything anymore. Okay, so we're gonna stamp the outline in the darker image. In other words, I'm not stamping off once, okay? So this is Mossy Meadow. I'm just gonna go ahead and stamp it right here. Oops, well, that's okay. I'm not gonna try and re-stamp it. You can see right here. Little tiny bit didn't take, but that's all right. And I think I said this on my other live, maybe it was last week, or maybe it was Wednesday, I can't remember. But a lot of people, they kind of shy away from two-step stamping because they feel like they have to get it like perfect, and you don't have to get it perfect. That's the beauty of stamping. You know, imperfections it makes it unique. So we're gonna go ahead and stamp off. See how dark that is? And then we're just gonna go over here and line that up and stamp it. Now, I will show you. You really can't tell. It's perfectly fine. And you don't wanna like have to re-stamp. Like, go with it. Go with your heart. Okay, now we're gonna do the leaves, the hollyberries, I should say. And this is, I gotta look. Yeah, this is the outline one. Go ahead and stamp that. Oops, make sure I get it on the right. This one I just am gonna position it. It's a little bit bigger. I wanna make sure I get it all on there. There we go. I'll go ahead and clean that off. And then the solid image, we're gonna go ahead. Now this is what I do just to make sure. So I line it up. I try to line it up where I need to stamp. And then I take my block, do it this way, and I just pick that up. So now I'm gonna stamp that off once, and I'm gonna come in here. Sorry if my head is in the way. There we go. See how easy that was? Now we're gonna do the hollyberries. So we'll do the outline in cherry cobbler. Ooh, get this piece. We'll just put it right over here. There we go. And then we will do the inside with cherry cobbler, but stamping it off once. And I didn't line that up, so I'm just gonna kind of go with my gut here. Like right there. There we go. Just gotta make sure you clean those off. Now we can start putting this all together. Okay, so I'm going to actually stick this up on some dimensionals. I've got a few right over here. I'll just use 3. Ah, this is the one I did the double bow on. Okay, so I'm just going to come down here, probably right about there. And then I'm going to adhere these, and I'm just going to go under. I'm still going to use a Stampin' Dimensional. Let me grab my other one here. Because I think oh no, I have a couple over here. And I do break these off and cut them up and use them. I don't like to waste. Waste not, want not, right? So here's our little snowflake. And then I'll put this one, the little holly branch up here, kind of diagonally. Not too bad, right? Okay, and then we have one more. Where's my other little Christmas tree? Put the little Christmas tree on. Just like so. And then we will put our sentiment on. I gotta see if did I put that on with dimensionals? Yes, I did. So I'm just gonna put the dimensionals, two little mini dimensionals right here. So we'll put them down here on the bottom, if you can see. Oops. Okay, I got it off. Oops. That I don't like. Gotta push it down a little bit more. There. You can put some glue on the top right here if you wanted it to stick better on the label, but I think this is fine. Yeah. Okay. Not fine. Let's see. We're going to pick that up. There. Okay, now we're going to tie a little bow, double bow. Now that's bugging me. I should put a dot right here. I will put another little mini. I don't like that sticking up so much. Let's get this situated here. There we go. That's better. Much better. All right, we're almost done. Just gonna tie a double bow. Got to put some bling on here, and then we'll stamp the inside real quick. Okay. All right, little double bow. Oops, oh dear. Oh, I got it. It's fine. I'm just pulling these ends out a little bit. There we go. I'm going to trim it off. Trim this off a little bit. There. we're just going to stick our little bow right here with a Stampin' mini glue dot, which I still have on my table. So just going to stick that like that. And then we are going to, let's do the inside. So the inside here, may all of your days be full of cheer. Now I did use the Reindeer Fun, where's my block? Here it is. I used the Reindeer Fun stamp set for this sentiment. But again, use whatever you have on hand. I'm sure you probably got other Christmas sentiments. That's crooked. I usually use my glass block when I'm trying to apply these, so I make sure I get them straight. I like the bigger sentiments, especially for the inside of the card. Okay, we're not done though. I did a little snowflake with the confetti. Let's see. I gotta clean my blocks off. They're very dirty. So we'll put that down here. So there's that. And then we'll bring in the balmy blue. I usually do it over this way. So there. There we go. Isn't that cute? I love it. Okay, let's glue that to the inside. And then we're almost done. Oops. A little bit of multi-purpose liquid glue. Use whatever you love. If you love your Stampin' seal, use your Stampin' seal. Okay. So we're just going to center this in here, and voila. Another Christmas card is done, but we have to put in our bling. So I'm using the ribboned adhesive backed dots. And I'm going to put that right in the center there. And I'm going to use a big one. I want it to show. So you can see that there. And then I also used 2 of the Opal Rounds assortment. And these come in Clear, Daffodil Delight, and Night of Navy. So I'm going to use the 2 little ones here. Oops, I need that. And there we have it. That is our last card for this week's Card Class to Go. What do you guys think? Pretty cute, right? Okay, so let me pop back up. All right, so I hope you guys have a great weekend. Tomorrow is the last day to place an order in my online store to get the card kit for free. So there's a link down below if you need to get more information about the card kit, this weekly card kit class. Go ahead and check it out. It's on my blog. And have a wonderful weekend. I hope everybody enjoys. Thanks for joining me today. Bye.